financial situation right now. When you notice your bro is typing the word analysis and he types the first 4 letters way too fast. 30 minutes of running a day can make your biological age up to 9 years younger. 8-year-old who went for a jog. Finally making a good female friend. She just talks about guys in every conversation. I will grant you 3 wishes. I wish Morgan Freeman was narrating my life so I knew what the hell was going on. Done. And the little man knew it would be awesome. This is awesome. Me, I quit my job, LinkedIn for some reason. Me being afraid to sleep in my room alone at night. My dad, the strongest man I know. You can sleep next to me tonight. Hey, are you sleeping? Yes, now shut up, but you're a pilot. Research shows that starting your day with an early morning run is the best way to make sure your day can't get any worse than it started. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Sitting on the toilet while Mother Ethers desperately bang on the door. All other kisses, kiss on cheek, kiss on lips, kiss on her neck. I'm once again asking for a full coverage swimsuit bottom. German scientists after losing World War II. NASA. How she cries after becoming the victim of a fight she started. Me trying to download from a weird website. Pressing skip or letting the ad finish. Mentally blacklisting their product forever. Wizards in Tales. Wizards in real life. How to make pickle Pepsi at home for free. Lax trying to ruin my vibes. Me just vibing. Small businesses. Free labor from their children. My brain trying to memorize something important. My brain memorizing meaningless songs. Every Windows 10 user right now. Windows 10. Are we in danger? Windows 11. I'm the danger. I'm the one who logs and tracks. When your roommate asks you why you still have a beard after borrowing his trimmer. You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You need a parachute to go skydiving twice. PTSD movie theater employees after realizing Minecraft 2 movie is coming out on 2027. Goes to touch grass, the grass. AI, I will replace your job. Me, joke's on you. I don't even have one. What the F? I invaded other countries to get spices, so you will use the spices in your food. Right. Me trying to find the brightness slider on my phone screen when it's too bright outside. Uncle taking this too serious. Getting a job, financial stress. Job stress. What can you see? It's some form of Elvish, I can't read it. My own code from 3 years ago. The driver behind me, I hate you. Me after stopping at a yellow light that didn't turn red for another 2 seconds. I know. Other fans. This mainstream song from band is really good. No, you are false fan. You need to listen to all songs if you want to be a true fan. Gorillaz fans. Feel Good Inc. is really good, we know. Petting a cat, feeding a cat, becoming the cat's favorite human, being financially controlled by a furry overlord. Me, I'll be nice to people. Also me, plots petty revenge in my head. When you wake up and check your phone to see what time it is, it's 3:15 AM. Theater workers finding out that there's going to be another Minecraft movie. Yes. But when your friend is in the most amazing relationship ever known to man while your partner is an AI chatbot. When the restaurant starts accepting mobile orders and then every visit is sorry the kitchen was backed up. Visible frustration. Girlfriend, let's go out this weekend. Me. My mom. Son, you're adopted. My cousin. When your aunt or uncle asked you to babysit their children that you know would cause chaos around the house. I used to pray 4 times like this. The only way I can truly enjoy a movie is by going to the theater, because I can't pull my phone out while it's playing. Copper poisoning most likely from clipping coins. How do you even know that house? Check the necklace. Me ruining my sleep schedule so I can have more alone time. Born to explore the woods, forced to reset passwords. Dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Only holes can read this. My friendship circle over the years, 2023, 2024, 2025. Never be sad on a weekend. Cry during business hours and get paid for your depression. Don't let capitalism win. This was after someone made a giant skibbity joke in the voice chat. If someone says something unfunny in voice chat, it is a rule that everyone will go completely silent. No coughing, no nothing, just dead silence. Make them feel bad. The silence must last 15 seconds or more. If Dracula had a cat. One more beer can't hurt. Oh, but it will. But it will. January. Disassociation. 3 months until Christmas. Wait, not him. He always thanked us. Free him. POV. You shared those files using Ctrl+X instead of Ctrl+C. I would love to go out with you. Where do you want to take me? I don't know. I didn't think I would get this far. On a dark desert highway. Cool Whip and a bear. Don't forget where we came from. Adds salt, adds meat, adds onions, adds carrots, adds potatoes, adds rock, making some soup. Me handling real life problems, me role playing, me playing video games. I think I'm in love, just pump the blood in. Tron Ares earned $14.3 million in the film's domestic opening day, lower than Morbius. Jared Leto will play Skeletor in Amazon's live-action Masters of the Universe movie. Me flying over a city when the city suddenly folds into a giant cube, which makes me late for work. I suspect it's a dream, but I can't prove it yet. This woman eats for 3 hours online and earns $9,000 a month. Me who eats 24/7. Where money? In another world, I'm a 25-year-old man with my micro girlfriend, and I'm saying to her, baby, I'm gonna get us out of this shithole, okay princess, and then I go to my hardcore band and play some shit. I'm an adult in the same way a tomato is a fruit. Mercenary guilts, you get hired, do your job, leave and get praised for it. Adventurers guilts, we get hired, do our job, leave and be loathed by society. That doesn't seem fair. When my doctor Loki telling me my screening results, but I leave him undelivered for a few days, to be mysterious and effing lie. A pretty girl who I made laugh and smiled when I was being polite. Me finally having the confidence to ask a girl out. My old school dad saying I'm doing it wrong and that I should call her a B to ask her out. X before marriage is a sin unless you do it style, because all dogs go to heaven. Follow me for more biblical loopholes. I'm both dumber and smarter than you think. Never estimate me. Rush hour effing Lux, you take that back. You jobless, and I meant at work. Mr. Beast, I have a pilot living in a $2,500,000 private jet, and if he doesn't leave for 100 days he keeps it. A cop or criminal living in a jail for 100 days to win $500,000. A boy in a basement and someone living in a gym until he loses 100 pounds for $500,000. Can't wait to upload these. Why doesn't the boy in the basement have a time limit, a goal, or a monetary reward like the others? Jake Paul after watching the fake AI makeup videos made by Sora 2 on him. A new home being built collapses during a storm near Houston, Texas. Americans really learned nothing from the Three Little Pigs bedtime story. If you're changing your life around, you say 180, not 360. What the F? I did a complete 360 equals I'm back on my bullshit. Here's why you should not use ChatGPT. So use our XYZ AI instead. My last minute Halloween costume, ghosting. Had a great time tonight. Me too. You free on Friday? Hey. How I remember something important. How I remember a cringe memory. Pronouncing loot crates like a Greek philosopher just to stress out gamers. Me. One time I farted so long I was surprised that my butt didn't have to stop and catch its breath. Interviewer. And a weakness. Ben 10 fan called Ben will be 10 on 10 10 10. This kid probably felt like God. Why does Amazon tell me only to left in stock? Order soon. You order soon, you're the store. Dad, I want an iPhone 17 Pro. What's the magic word? Clara. Who's Clara? Your side chick, Dad. You want a case with that? Tonight while I was grilling steaks for dinner my son said, Dad, one day I will help you with bills, groceries and rent. My eyes teared up. He'll be 38 next week. Americans and Brits arguing over who has the better country from their vacation home in Mexico. When it's 1 AM and I realize I don't have a bond with anyone anymore. Nobody, my eyes. Does when they watch their own tongue. Here I dumb. How to cope with a bad situation. Sleep the whole day. How food bloggers feel after putting 3 million ads and their whole life story on the front page only to drop the actual recipe at the very bottom. The cashier when I press no tip after all they did was spin the iPad around. You're acting crazy. First of all, I'm not acting. USA, Sydney Sweeney, Margot Robbie, Angelina Jolie. How people who look at artists who are so good at their job that people accuse them of using AI. The DJ really said where my 2000s baby's at and the crowd went wild. That's when I knew it was time for me to go home. Me, sits down and plays video games for half a second. Parents. Licking your chapped or dry lips only making it worse has got to be one of the worst parts of design in humans ever. Why haven't we fixed that yet? Americans. Whoa. Europeans use military time. Europeans. What the hell is military time? Relationships. Work. Philosophy. Absurdity of life. Dollar Tree needs to just go ahead and rename it to a couple dollars. Newton understood the forces of nature at the age of 43. Me learning about them as an 8th grader. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Me after giving it to future me. Task successfully delegated. Undiagnosed, but something ain't right. Horror movies. Whole movies. He doesn't fit the plot. Alcohol use. I would never. I love alcohol. Why did they race swap my brother? Turned my dog into a good example. Camels store water in their humps. A camel's hump is made of fat. Camels store water in their humps. People that locked in a 30-year fixed mortgage at 2.7% in 2021. Me. Funny video on the internet. Sora. What's the obsession with calling food or recipes better than X? I tried your Pinterest risotto, Sharon, and frankly I'm wondering if your needs are being met. I thought this man was staring at me like a psychopath until I realized he put his glasses behind his head, lol. People can't use you if you're useless. I bet he's thinking about other women, the other woman. 5-year-old me seeing the moon during the day. When you first meet me, you'll think I'm on medication. As you get to know me, you'll wonder why I'm not. When your toxic traits are isolation and avoidance but your love languages are physical touch and quality time. Bro, if I ever go missing and you'll put my weight on the missing poster, I'm not coming back. Weight. Heavy enough that they couldn't have gotten far. Either kidnapped by several people or still kinda close. Schrödinger shoes. They either shrink or expand according to the shoe store who doesn't have my actual size. When your analyst leaves the office for 2 hours on a Tuesday for a doctor's appointment. Friend of mine wasn't getting his raise request. I told him to show up next day with haircut, best suit, carry one of those resume folders, and to leave late morning for an hour to sit in a coffee shop, then come back quietly like nothing happened. The next week he got his raise. My Mexican co-worker threatening to call the IRS. Me threatening to call ICE. Trade offer. I receive. Luxurious airplane. You receive. Idaho. Me hiding from the plans I made when I was in a good mood. Don Luis, a rescue dog from Chile, was initially thought to be blind due to his lack of response to stimuli. However, after a veterinary examination it was revealed that he could see perfectly well. He was simply choosing to ignore everyone around him. YouTubers using humanity to make great amazing content for their fans, and YouTubers using AI for profit and don't care about their audience. Sliver Age, bad manners to campy and silly. How is he supposed to strike fear into criminals? Batman in the Sliver Age. It is indeed a change. An eerie, startling transformation. He's weird. Grotesque. What could have caused this? He's like a human buzzsaw. Every single day there is something to do and I'm sick of it. Remember mid 2018 when memes just sort of collapsed in on themselves and we got shit like this for a few months? What is a lost art? I really miss those days when people used to write long paragraphs for your birthday and waited until 12 AM trying to be the first one to send you. Mom vs dad when you're hungry. Mom. Dad. Dear men, do you dry off your face after a shower with the same towel you use to dry your balls, or do you have a separate bowl towel? You start with the face then head on down. The towel forgets everything by tomorrow. You have 5 minutes before you lie. What are you doing? Step 1. Get hooked. Step 2. Begin coitus with Step 3. Lie halfway through while beep. Step 4. Finds out I used superglue instead of processed food was literally designed for you to eat. Organic is just some crap they found on the ground somewhere. So did you like this be again? Boing boing. What is your idea of the perfect date? Day, month, year? Other formats can be confusing really. My team and the enemy team having an intense battle and bragging about their KD ratio. Me who's actually doing the objective. The loudest sound makers on earth. Concert speakers. Fireworks. Gunfire. Blue whale. Space shuttle. My dog licking his puts at 3 AM. My friend when I explained to him how Metal Gear Solid Stealth works in a cardboard box. I bought quick oats and 2 days later my roommate showed up with instant oats. I will not be humiliated. I must find an even sooner route. People when I take off my glasses, how many fingers am I holding up? Bro, I see this, not this. They don't know the cups I brought are made from plants. Honestly, there are way more badly behaved adults in public than there are children. The same people who give you the side eye for having a kid who gets a bit too loud on the bus will totally have a screaming meltdown later that day at the pill store because their coupon is expired. My wife wanted to climb the tree in our front yard to hang Christmas lights, but my toddler cried and begged her not to so she wouldn't get hurt. It was a warm, caring moment that showed how much she loves her mom. Moments later she suggested I climb the tree instead. When the sun hits the laptop just right. My favorite Cheerios are the really large squishy ones. Every time I look at my life. Wanna know your online friend's age? Ask which Spider-Man they like. My reaction when people tell me how their government is failing its citizens. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Seeing kids dressed up in super elaborate Halloween costumes, forgetting the classic.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.